This
So we'll start.
conference will now be recorded.
So last session we were discussing like menu bar, right? File menu, edit menu, view menu. We are done. Correct. Uh, Now moving on to tools menu. Okay, moving on to tools menu. So using tools menu, we can create new library. So what is this? I'll tell. Change font type, font size, and enable to create listing output and HTML output. Okay, so these are all the advantages are in like functionalities what we will be able to do using tools menu. So now first of all, if I go to tools menu, apart from this I have few more. So few other options. First of all, query. You can see, right, query. Next one, table editor, ODS graphics editor, ODS graphics designer, report editor, image editor, text editor, right? You can see here, these are all the edit options. Now, if you see, you have query, table editor. All these options we are strictly not allowed to use in a real-time scenarios. Why? Why, Raj? What is the issue? So all these options are strictly not allowed to use in a real-time scenarios. For example, if I take a table editor, table is nothing but a data set. So other name for a table is nothing but a data set. Data set, table, both are one and the same. So table editor, whenever you are editing your table or a data set manually, it gives an impression to your client or regulatory saying that you are trying to enter your favorable values in the data. Okay, so it gives an impression to your client saying that you are entering your favorable values in your data. So always underline this point. We are not supposed to do any modification manually. Anything we do, it should happen at database level. From database, we have to read data into SAS. So at SAS, we are not allowed to edit any of the row, column, whatever it is. And graphics editor, so whatever the graphs we have done, okay, we are not allowed to edit manually. Report editor, image editor, text editor, so all these edit options are strictly not allowed to use in a real time scenarios. In few companies, they will disable these options as well. Okay, they will disable these options as well, because a fresher newly joined the organization, he didn't tell to anyone, he just used table editor, he changed some value. But for every software we have a concept called audit trail. What all the modifications you are doing at the back end, your audit trail will capture. Even SAS, whatever the software is we are using in real time scenarios, this software will have a concept called audit trail. Anything manual you are correcting will be recorded at the back end. So immediately whenever I'm a manager, a fresher guy has done this, I don't know how he has modified it. I thought it is coming from the database. Tomorrow regulatory person will see the audit log, he will capture, he will call us like, boss, what happened, why you have manually edited this. So what was the original value, why you what to what value have changed it? Everything can be seen in audited trail. Okay, so that is what it is. Now you can see here all these options are strictly not allowed to use in a real time scenarios. So in Word document, track changes. Word document like track changes, have you heard about it? Have you heard about it? Yes or no? Hey, come on here. Yes. Fine. No, I can show you. Nobody responded. I'll not. That's okay.
No, sir. No, sir.
At least one or two should respond, right? How should I understand here? Huh? So now this is a ball. Normally, what I do, I selected this. I don't want it. I deleted it. It is deleted, right? But whenever you are switching on your track changes, you see, right? Whenever you are switching on your track changes, it will be in review tab. You see, right? Track changes option is there. Okay, so now if I try to delete it, You see there is a strike off. It is not deleted there. It is a strike off. So at the back end, your system will also have this. Audit trail will have. Every systems will have audit trail. So earlier, Raj has written this is a ball. He deleted it. So it will show at the back end there. Okay, like this. You see, right? This is a ball. So after this, I need a bat, something like that. So I write some text here. You see, right? So this text will be displayed. This text will not be displayed. This text will be displayed. This text will not be displayed. But this deleted text, you will have a, information at the back end. Okay. So if you do right click, accept to change. You see it, right? It has gone. Okay. Track changes if I stop, you see, right? It is fine. So this is how it works. So here I accept to change, means it will get it. So likewise, Word document has this. I don't know how many of you are aware. I'm not sure, but still you can see this is how it is. Okay, right. Guys, just a minute. Hello. Okay. Okay, here. So now you can see here, this is how it is. Tools menu, this is after run menu. Tools menu, you can see this is all the options. So first of all, and after this you see new library. What is this new library? What is the purpose of this new library? All these options I told you, right? We are strictly not allowed to use. After this, next option is new library. So new library, what it will do? It will create a new library. So now, for suppose I'm opening a sample program. Suppose this I have some data set. Okay, right. So if you see here, whenever you are running a data set, whenever you are running this program, you see, right? I submit the program. This program will execute a data set, correct? So this program will execute a data set, DS. The moment you see log window, 6 observations are there, correct? So now, if you wanted to see this data set, where to go? If you wanted to see this data set, where to go?
Explorer.
Explorer, right? Explorer, right?
Explorer window, sir.
Explorer, right? Explorer window, where it will store? Libraries, work. And we have a data set DS. Right. So now you can see here, this is my data set DS. So any data set we create in SAS, okay, any data set created in SAS, okay. So by default, that data set it will store in Explorer window, libraries, work. Any data set we create in SAS, by default, it will store in library called work library. Right. Underline this point, note down, work library is temporary library. Work library is temporary library. So you can note down this point. You can note down these points. You are done writing this? Done writing? Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So now if you see here, SAS by default uses work library to store your data sets. This we already know. But I told you work library is temporary library. Okay, right. So now if you wanted to store your data sets permanently in SAS, then we have to create a new library. So if you wanted to save, so how to do it, I'll show you. See. So why I have to delete is whatever the data set you store in work library, these data sets are available until you close your SAS session. The moment you close, all the data sets in work library will be automatically deleted. Okay, right. For example, I close my SAS session now. In my work library, I have my data set DS, right? I close my SAS session now. If I open my SAS session again, okay. So if I open my SAS session again, so if I go to work library, right. So if I go, can I see my library? Can I see my data sets in work library? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right. So libraries work. No, because work library is temporary library. So if you wanted to save your data sets permanently in SAS, okay. So what I have to do is I have to create a library. If you wanted to create a library, what you have to do? Just go to Tools menu, click on New Library icon. So why? What is the purpose you are creating new library? Everyone understood, right? Arey yaar, I closed this. Huh? Sorry. So what is the purpose we are creating new library? Everyone understood, right? To save your data sets permanently in SAS. New library, specify new library name. So what are the names we have? Gautam, Chandini. So these are not regular ones. So these are the 6 default libraries your SAS software will automatically have. So these are the 6 the libraries that SAS software automatically has. Right. Suppose to say any good name, please. Oh, మీరు పేర్లు చెప్పారు కదా. Sorry. Right. I
Akila,
write my
sir.
name. Akila. Okay. Right. So Akila, you see, right? Name Akila. Engine default. So specify engine as default as it is. And click enable at startup. Okay, click enable at startup. And what is the purpose we are creating this library? To save data sets permanently in SAS, correct? To save data sets permanently in SAS. So now, whenever you are storing a file, your system will ask where to save that file, correct? So here also you have to tell SAS where to save these files. Just browse. Desktop or this PC, you see, right? D drive. Suppose to say Akila got, you know, suppose to say Akila got job in TCS. So in TCS, this is her first project. So just create a new folder. So TCS underscore project one. In her system, she will mark it folder name as TCS underscore project one. So click OK. So you see, right, D drive TCS underscore project one. So what are the data sets we store in this project? It will store it in D drive in a folder called project one. Okay, D drive TCS project one. Click OK. So right now there are 6 libraries. 7th library will be created, Aquila. You see, right? So whenever we are running this program, this program by default, where it is storing? Work library, right? So if you see here, the data set work.ds. In my data set, in my program, did I write work.ds or did I write ds? So whenever you are not writing library name, your SAS by default, it is taking it as, your SAS by default, it is taking it as work.ds. So I should not give a chance to SAS. I have to clearly tell SAS that you can see, I have to tell my SAS, you can see, I have to store this information in a library called Aquila, Akhila, Aquila. Okay, so Aquila, you see, right? Fine. So if you run the program, okay, if you run the program, there are 6 observations and 4 variables. Right. Is it clear, everyone? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Next. So this is how I store my data set permanently in SAS. Okay, right. If I close my SAS session and open it again, will I be able to see my data set in Aquila library, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Libraries, if I go to work, will I be able to see? No. But if I go to this library, Aquila, I can see my data set DS. Correct? So this is the advantage you have with a new library. So new library icon is used to store your data sets permanently in SAS. Okay, right. So this is how it is, new library icon. New file shortcut. So if you have any file shortcuts, you can see, you can give it here. But real-time scenarios, you are strictly not allowed to use any file shortcuts. And keyboard macros. Macros we will learn on our own. And add abbreviation. You can see, right, add abbreviation. So if you wanted to add any abbreviation, we can do that. And customize, if you wanted to customize your toolbar. Suppose this I wanted to display large icons. Okay, so I can do that. So you see, right, all the icons are displaying large, yes or no? And right, customize is done. I don't want large icons. Right, tools, options. Tools, options. You see, right, tools, options. So here you have enhanced editor. You see, right, this is your enhanced editor. Okay. So first of all, if you wanted to change font style, font size, so you can do that. For example, I have this program. So I generally use Comic Sans MS font style. So if somebody wants to change the font style, you can change your font style. So what is the font style you like? Hmm? Any font style you want? It's right, it will display like this. Okay, click OK. Right? So guys, just a minute. My manager is calling me. Give me a minute. Give me a minute, guys. Sorry guys. Right, so if you wanted to change your font style, font size, you can do it here, you see, right? So this is a options enhanced editor. If you wanted to increase font size, you can do that. Okay, anyone has favorite fonts? Anyone has favorite fonts? For me, Comic Sans MS I use. If somebody wants anything like, you can use. So Marlet, uh, for CVIC, right? This is good. Okay, it is your, requirement, whatever the font style you want. So as per your wish, you can use it. So I'm going back to my uh, Comic Sans MS. And font style 16 I generally use. Okay, right. Options and size 14. 14 also I can use. Right. Next. So this is all about tools menu, new library, options, everything we are clear. And whenever we are running this program, proc print data equal to ds run. So if you run the program, it is, it is giving you the same information in results viewer, in output window. Both are same, but in results viewer you can see in a tabular format. In results viewer you can see a tabular format. So now this is your results viewer. So if you wanted to enable or disable this, you can do that using tools menu, options, preferences. Previously enhanced editor, now it is preferences. In preferences, go to results. So remove this tick mark. So if you click OK, so it will, this time it will not, display results and results viewer. So if you wanted to enable or disable this HTML view, you can do that. Go to tools menu, options, preferences, create HTML. I don't want in create listing. I don't want to see in output window. So right now I clear this stuff. Right now output window is clear. So if you run the program, it will display only in results viewer. Output window it will not display. So for whatever the checkbox we are giving you tick mark, so that only will be active. Others will be not active. Preferences, create HTML. I wanted to remove. Click OK. Clear? So now it will show only in output window. If you want both the places, you can give tick mark for both the places. So this is what we will be able to do using tools menu. I hope tools menu is clear to everyone. Next one, run menu. Using this run menu, we can submit a program in SAS. Is right? Without any selection, if you click submit, it will submit the entire program present in editor window. Suppose to see if I select only this part and if I click on submit, it will submit only data step part. It will submit only selected piece of code. So either you submit from run menu submit or you click on the submit menu, both are one and the same. So method 1, method 2, method 3, from your keyboard, you have the option right click. So you have to do right click. After selection, if you do right click, submit selection means you wanted to submit selected piece of code. Below that, submit all. So if you wanted to submit all the entire program, you said if you click submit and all, it will execute proc print also. So the result you got results window. Okay, so the reason you got results window, it will execute everything. And also we can use a keyboard shortcut key to submit a program in SAS. The keyboard shortcut key to submit a program is F3. F3. How many of you have installed SAS software? Guys, I want everyone to install SAS software soon. Tomorrow we will start programming. I want everyone to install SAS software today itself.
So we can
Okay.
install by ourselves.
Yeah, no. First of all, if you know who is your point of contact, get in touch with them. They will send the software. It is almost 17 GB. You have to download all the files, 3 or 4 files they send it to you. You have to download all the 17 GB. Once you are ready, you inform your point of contact. They will guide you, first of all, which folder to open, how to go with the installation process. You cannot do it. It is a very big software. If you have any
Okay.
prior experience, yes, you can go ahead, but not. But if you don't have any previous experience, I will suggest not to go with.
Okay,
Okay,
sir.
right. So now this is your data set DS. From your keyboard, we have to use F3 button. F3 button, what it will do? It will submit program in SAS. So whenever you are using F3 functional key, in first line of your keyboard, you see F1, F2, F3, F12, correct? So whenever we are using F3, okay, what happens whenever we are using F3? What happens? What happens? Generally, it will increase your volume, brightness. Okay, in your system, if it is increasing your volume or brightness, you have to use Fn key and F3 key both together. Fn is a functional key which is lying to the end of your keyboard. In last line of your keyboard towards left side, you will see Fn key, functional key. Fn and F3 both together you have to use to submit a program in SAS. Got it right? Fn and F3 both together you have to use to submit a program in SAS. Right, 4 methods to submit a program. All the 4 methods I have told you. And recall last submit, whatever the program you have wanted to execute back. Suppose to say I executed this program. Is right? Proc print data step run. Suppose to say I have done a lot of modifications to this code. I've done a lot of modifications to this code. If you wanted to bring back last submitted program, what is your last submitted program? I have executed data step, proc step, correct? So if you wanted to get it back again, go to run menu, click on recall last submit. Recall last submit means whatever the program you have last submitted to processor, that program you can get it back. Right? Fine. And next one, submit top line. Submit top line means it will execute only first line of your code. It really makes no sense. Okay. So if you wanted to show, I can show submit top line. So it will show data DS, it will stop. Correct? So your data step is hanged. You see, right? Data step process is running. Data step is running. Your system is hanged. It will hang your system. So if you wanted to come back, you have to use this icon, break icon. Cancel submitted statements. Yes. Is right? It is not showing now. Correct? Yes or no? Fine. So now this is your, run menu. Submit n lines. If you wanted to execute particular number of lines, suppose this I have total 14 lines of my program. I wanted to execute only first 12 lines. In this case, go to run menu, submit n lines, click on 12, click OK. It will execute only data step part. You see, right? See, right? Data step part only it is executing, right? It will execute only first 12 lines of your program. Submit clipboard, whatever the information you have copied. Suppose to say I copy this information. Even though I'm not selected, right? Without selecting, if I click on submit, it will submit the entire code present in the editor window, correct? But if you wanted to execute only copied program, go to run menu, submit clipboard, means it will execute only data step part again. You see it, right? Data step part only it is executing, right? So whatever the piece of code you have copied, that piece of code only it will execute at the backend. So run menu is clear to everyone, yes or no? This is sign on, sign off. We will not use this. This we have used almost 6 to 7 years back, but now nobody is using it. We all have virtual machines. In olden days, we don't have virtual machine. We have to establish a connection to client server. So with sign on option, you will give that internet protocol ID, SSN ID, port ID, all this stuff you have to give here. And after giving all this information, your SAS will be connected to client server. Okay. So but nowadays we are not using it. Client we'll have a login at client desktop that we will be using connecting with Citrix application. Okay, so that no need to check, right? So this is about your run menu. No need to think about sign on, sign off, all this stuff. And solutions menu, using SAS we will be able to do a wide variety of solutions. You can see, right, design of experiments, enterprise miner, geographic information system, project management, quality improvement, time series forecasting, all this stuff you can see. Okay, right. So unfortunately, people who are into clinical trials, we will not use this statistical concepts. We write our own code. If suppose if I have to do investment analysis, no need to write a code. We just need to pass data here. At the backend, SAS automatically does the analysis and it will give the results. But for us, it is not helpful. Development and programming, as I told you, in SAS, we have SAS developers role. For people who are into development, they use these options: frame builder, class browser, source control manager, warehouse administrator, all this stuff. And reporting, if you wanted to design a report, go, no go, accessories, graphic test pattern, register editor, metadata browser, DD triplet. DD triplet is dynamic data exchange. So if you want games, you can click on games. Is right? It is when. Okay, right. So just you need to mark that. So tic tac toe, right? Right. So win. Mana win. Right. So some games, like if you wanted to play, you can play. And assist, desktop, these are all the options used by SAS developers role. For us, it is not required. And moving on to Windows menu. If you wanted to minimize all the windows in one go, you can do it. If you wanted to restore all, you can do it. If you wanted to arrange all windows vertically, so right, editor window, log window, output window in one go, you wanted to see, you can do it. If you wanted to do horizontally, editor, log, output in one go, you can see. So this is just arranging your windows one on the other cascade. Okay, so if you wanted to arrange your windows, you can do that. So size docking view, you see, right? You can increase this, decrease this, whatever it is. Resize, if you wanted to resize this, small, big, you can do it. And right now you're in editor window, so you got tick mark for editor. And if you see log window, right now you're in log window, you'll show tick mark for log. Active window, whatever it is, it will show tick mark for that. So this is about your Windows menu. Windows menu is clear to everyone, yes or no? Solutions, run, all the three. You have questions? As I told you, as I always keep on telling you, if you have any questions, you can stop me at the moment. Any questions? Okay. If you have no questions, go to help menu. So if you want help related to SAS software, so you write SAS help and documentation. Suppose this I am printing a data set. So here in my data set, there are 4 variables, absolutely fine. If suppose I say there are 100 variables present in a data set, SAS by default, it will present all 100 variables, right? No, Raj, I don't want to print all 100 variables. I want at least 4 or 5 variables only. In this case, how should I write a code? I know proc print is used to run the program, okay, to print the information, but not sure in proc print how to or what to write to select particular variables. So if you want help, go to SAS help and documentation, go to index. So all in terms containing with proc. So first example, you say selecting variables for printing. You see, right here you have sample program also, proc print data equal to expenses revenue. Here you are writing an extra statement called var statement. In var statement, you are specifying variables, country, price, sale type. You see, right? Country, price, sale type. So here what variables I want? I want name and salary. Name and salary, that is important information, right? Salary, SALARY. So if you run the program, it will print only 2 variables. Earlier it is printing all the 4 variables, right? Now it is only 2 variables. Is this clear to everyone? Yes or no? How to use this as help and documentation? Either you click on this option, you click on this option, both will be same. Both will open same window. Okay, కావాలంటే చూడండి. SAS help and documentation, it will open. Getting started with software is if somebody is a fresher or new in SAS. So about SAS overview, so data sets, queries, joins, some basic information about SAS. If you want learn SAS programming, you can also learn SAS programming from here. They charge something like, easily 3 to 4 lakhs. సరదాగా ఎవరి దగ్గర డబ్బులు ఉంటే కట్టేసేయండి. ఓకే, సో దే ఆర్ నాట్ రియల్ టైమ్ ప్రొఫెషనల్స్, దే ఆర్ జస్ట్ ట్రైనర్స్, SAS certified trainers, that's it. మనకన్నా ఎక్కువ వాళ్ళకి తెలియదు. And about SAS, if you wanted to know the version, you see, right, we are using SAS version 9.4. Is this clear to everyone? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Right. So we are done with all these menus, sorry, all these windows. We are done with command bar, toolbar icons also we covered here, correct? So new, edit, menu, cut, copy, paste, undo, new library. This icon is new library. Explorer window, submit, clear all. Clear all, I told you, right? If you wanted to clear the entire content, clear all. So break, if supposed to say a program becomes unresponsive, break. And this icon is SAS help and documentation. And go to file menu. You see, right? This is your file menu, and this is your edit menu, view menu, tools, run, solutions, window, help. All the options are clear to everyone, yes or no? All the options are clear to everyone, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Right. Okay, fine. So with this, we'll stop for today. From tomorrow onwards, we'll start programming. From tomorrow onwards, we will start programming. So anyone, any questions from today's session? Any questions from today's session? Okay, if you have no questions, we are done. Thank you. Bye, guys.
Bye, sir.